Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. My name is
Oh,
Aoife.
nice.
It's nice to meet you.
Oh, pleased to meet you. My name is James. I'm
Jane.
from Brazil.
From Brazil, wonderful. I'm from
Yes,
Ireland, but I live in Thailand.
Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, maybe. Actually, I picked you up. I don't know if I can say like that. It's like choose.
Caught.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Because maybe it's a challenge to me, talk to people with different accents, from different places from around the world. And Ireland, it's a big challenge because of the accent,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes.
got yeah, especially for us as a Brazilian guy, right here in Brazil, there's a lot of American culture integrated to our country,
Mm-hmm.
but when it comes England, British culture,
Mm-hmm.
Ireland, Australians, and this kind of stuff, is not so common. I'm talking about music, songs, TV shows, and movies. So
Yeah,
that's
of
why it's
course.
interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you were looking for a challenge on the accent, I'm afraid my accent is much less strong than the majority of Irish people. Um,
Yeah, maybe I before I choose.
mhm.
Yeah. Oh, I always I always getting confused with this kind of words. Choose, chose, chosen,
Yeah,
and
there should be chose before I chose because it's in the past.
Ah, okay. Before I chose, yeah, before I chose you, um, I saw your profile. Like your video
Oh yes,
profile.
that terrible video.
No, no, no. It's awesome. It's awesome. Believe me, it's awesome. And yeah, I could understand almost 100%. But one thing that I would like to ask you, it's if
Oh
in I in Ireland there is different regions or areas
yeah.
where the accent is more strong or not.
The accents are very different in the different regions of Ireland. And some
Interesting.
of those different accents are much stronger than others. Um,
Okay.
so like I'm from Cork, which is in the south. I'm from the southeast. But
Okay.
if you were from the southwest, like Kerry, you would sound very different to me, and that would sound very different to somebody from Dublin, which is the capital, which would sound really, really different from somebody who's from Northern Ireland. We have a lot, for a very small country, we have a lot of very different accents.
And as a tutor, would you say it's too hard from English students used to the American accent understand this kind of accent, or it's
Um,
just
it,
like
it
you have
depends
to?
on the person you're speaking to. Um, if you were
Mm,
to if you were dropped in the middle of Ireland in Dublin and you were walking around the streets trying to find somebody to talk to, you might have a bit of difficulty understanding somebody because
okay.
people speak very, very quickly and their accent
Mm,
in their natural habitat is very difficult to understand at times. For me, sometimes I will find it hard to understand somebody from Dublin. But if you're on here speaking to an English teacher, if the English teacher is anyway good, then they won't be speaking very strongly and very quickly in their natural accent. They'll, speak to you much more clearly than
okay.
they would on a regular day. So it is a
Yeah.
good challenge to expose yourself to different accents, I think.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
because you never know. You never know how type of people, I mean, yeah, what kind of people you are gonna find out when you are talking.
Yes, in your everyday life, who you're going to come across.
Yeah.
So how long have you been using Cambly?
So I got a YouTube channel, and
Mm-hmm.
because I have this YouTube channel where, first of all, I'm a musician, so I start off posted my videos playing music, and then I
Mm-hmm.
start off posted my videos talking about my English journey and share my knowledge about this way, So I got some coupons from my subscribers. So my first talking on Cambly it was maybe 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
but before that, I can say like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can. Oh man, let me
Don't
try
worry.
to be more specific about that. Okay, I always studied English courses right here in Brazil,
Mm-hmm.
and at school as well, and yeah, maybe that's it.
Okay, yeah. You've kind of been, I suppose, almost everybody I think learns some amount of English in school. But from what I hear from most students is that the level of English you learn in school isn't great, and that you never practice speaking English. It's just
Yeah,
written
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
I'm
reading.
in a I'm in a moment where I want to expose myself um on like 24/7 talking to different people,
Mm-hmm.
and practicing my English and um trying to take my English skills up a notch, especially my speaking skills and my
Mm-hmm.
listening, because it's important. But the fun fact, I mean, um, the thing is, sometimes I can't understand everything, but sometimes I can't understand nothing. Like,
Okay.
for example, when I listen to an American series or a podcast or a YouTube interview, it
Mm-hmm.
really depends on the like you said. It depends on the person that are speaking to, well, talking
Yeah,
to.
whether they're speaking clearly, speaking with an accent,
Exactly.
or how fast. I think how fast somebody speaks can also have a huge
Exactly.
effect on how you're
Yeah, yeah.
understanding.
If the person use more idioms or not, phrasal
Mm-hmm.
verbs or not, it depends. And the region and the accent that you are used to, you know.
Yeah.
I guess so.
And so you would say American accents, probably like a California accent is probably the accent you're most used to hearing.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Um, and I know you've been saying you've been trying to improve your English as much as you can. Do you hope to someday live in an English speaking country?
Not living, but I would like to, of course, to travel abroad, like
Hmm.
to discover new places and visit a lot of places as much as I can, as much as possible, but not for living, because
Okay.
it's like, yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. You
Sometimes
don't
I
have.
use I use a website to practice my English named
Mhm.
Omigo, and
Oh yeah.
there is a lot of teenagers, and they speak like a it's man,
Yeah.
it's a lot of slang, and I can't understand anything.
Yeah, when I was a teenager, I went on that once or twice with my friends too.
Yeah.
Um,
So you know the vibes. Yeah.
yeah. Um, and so you were saying you wanted to visit some other countries. I guess English is obviously the language, the in-between language people use when visiting other countries. So, what countries are at the top of your list to visit?
Sorry, I beg your pardon. I didn't get it.
That's okay. What countries are at the top of your list that you want to
Okay, okay,
visit?
okay. Get it. So, the number one, the top of the list is New York City,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
United States. Maybe I would like to visit the Europe. Europe, is that right? The
Europe? Yeah.
pronunciation? Yeah, because if you can, it's easier if you get into one country, like
Yeah, if you get
um,
it, it's a Schengen visa, it's called. You have a
yeah,
European visa.
you can travel like around the Europe.
Hmm.
So yeah, and yeah, maybe
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah. Um, yeah, it's always a lot of fun to be able to see somewhere new. Definitely.
yeah. I would
Um,
like to visit and know a little bit more about my own country, because I
okay.
visit some places right here in Brazil. It's a beautiful country, a lot of places to go,
Hmm.
but unfortunately, I didn't have this opportunity yet. But who
Hmm.
knows? One day,
Yeah. Well, of course,
travel with
Brazil.
my kids.
Yeah, Brazil is enormous, so I can imagine
Exactly,
you could spend your whole
exactly.
life traveling the country and still not see everything.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Um,
Definitely. Yeah, we have Rio. It's a beautiful place, and uh, for example, my parents they travel to Rio almost every month, you know,
mhm.
because they have friends there, and I've never been there yet, and
Yeah,
that's such a it's like a paradise, because of the beaches and the
yeah, it's like kind of
touristic places.
yeah, and I can imagine there's such a mix of cultures in Rio. It would be a very interesting place to meet people.
Yeah, 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 exactly. And there's
That's
other places too.
yeah, um, that's very interesting. You were saying you have a YouTube channel. Is that what you do for your job, or do you have a separate job?
I got another job, but
Hmm.
it's about music too because I'm a musician, so I
Okay,
post
nice.
videos about my music, the music that I make.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but my bread and butter is as a musician, I teach music in a music school. This is my main thing, but I play as a performancer too. I'm a guitarist, I'm a guitar player, and
Okay,
I
nice.
play, yeah, I play jazz music. So sometimes I play with bands too, in occasionally in events, pubs,
Hmm.
parties, bars, and so forth.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's
Do you
nice to
like
speak to
music?
somebody. Of course,
Nice.
it's nice to speak to somebody who gets to use their passion as their job. I speak to a lot of people on here who really hate their jobs, but
Yeah.
um,
In my case, it's the opposite. Yeah. Thank
yeah,
God.
yeah, which is
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. It's a privilege.
mm. And how long have you been? Has this always been your career? Music has always been what you wanted to do.
You
Sorry,
mean?
I got a bit quick there. Has
Yeah.
has this
Okay.
always been your career? Like, has this always been what you've wanted to do with your life?
Oh man, I didn't get it yet.
Has
But
this always been this career always been what you wanted to do with your life? So since you were young, has this always been what you've
uh,
wanted?
music,
Hmm.
like a dream. Yeah. 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 Since I was a kid, I play guitar, acoustic guitar, and then electric guitar. And I can
Hmm.
play other instruments, musical instruments too, like bass guitar, drums, because I have to teach, so I had to learn this kind of
Learn,
instruments.
yeah. To
Yeah.
teach you have to learn. Okay, so we're
Oh,
just
our time is almost up.
Yeah,
Oh,
but it was
unfortunately.
really nice to meet you. I hope you have a nice
Yeah.
day.
No, take care.
Bye.